Welcome to Beginner Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Michelle and allowing me to guide you and hopefully just open something new if that is the case. You've never done yoga before or maybe just a few times. Plan on about 20 minutes. Today I do have blocks, and these are just to show you different modifications, show you formats and stuff like that in case you do need any form of modifications. Or if maybe you're a little tight, these are a great tool. So let's start in a comfortable seat, whatever that is to you. I want you to find your sit bones. And we're going to close our eyes for a moment. And once you are settled in, shoulders stacked on top of the hips, I want you to just close your eyes and take a slow breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, exhale out your nose as well, but feel that heat through the back of your throat as if you're closing that throat to breathe. Take a few more slow deep breaths. Inhale. Feel free to bring those shoulders slightly up. It's okay to tense them up for a second, but then I want you to release all that stress out of your shoulders. So if you carry a lot of stress in your shoulders, you feel like you have a lot of weight in the world, right? Just bring it up and let it go. Now I'm a mouth breather, so I prefer to breathe out the mouth. So I want you to experiment here now. So if someone says, go ahead, breathe through your nose, breathe out your nose. Do what feels good to you. What releases the most stress out of your body and creates that heat? So experiment without your mouth, the back of your throat. Maybe think of it like as a fire breath, right? Inhale. Taking a little mental scan from head to toe. How do you feel now? And we'll do another scan later. Just gently take it ear to shoulder. So today we're going to learn the basics, forms, techniques, modifications, anything for our child's pose, our Cobra. So we're going to open up through the back and the hips, just gently transitioning from one movement to the other. Please feel free to go slower. If you're noticing any tension in one area, maybe you hold it. And over to the other side. And we're going to hold our poses a little bit longer in a moment. We're just creating heat right now. Just chin to chest, round back and forth. And make sure you're sitting nice and tall. So think of your spine today as an accordion. And we're going to make sure that accordion is nice and long and open right now, but we're going to create space in between each little keynote or each vertebrae, right? Hold it center. And head comes up. Inhale, reach up big. Grab that gratitude, grab that love, and then exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it up. Open it up. Exhale, settle in right here. Hands and heart center. So we're going to just press those palms slightly together. Take your thumbs and press them into your heart. Now this is just a nice way to center your body. And think about as you press into your heart, just gently, really allowing that gratitude and love to be part of yourself. And to give yourself that self-love for 20 minutes, the hardest part is logging in and starting, right? Once you get going, once you know where you're at, once you understand, it's much easier. Just let yourself go. Relax the arms. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into a tabletop. So tabletop looks just like a table. Hands underneath the shoulders, right? Knees under the hips. If it bothers your wrists, just take your hands a little further in front of you. If it bothers your shoulders, make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. So in this tabletop, remember, we're going to think of our spine as an accordion today. And so we're just going to work it right here. Make some music with that accordion and just back and forth. Beautiful. So each movement is a note. Press it here. Hold it center. And then go ahead, round your back, belly button through the back. Open your shoulder blades. Open those fingertips nice and wide. Now tuck your chin in. I want you to imagine pushing your palms in and your shoulders away. So notice we drop. I want you to not drop. I want you to round and push the shoulders away from your ears, belly button in. Slow, deep breath. Sorry about that. And exhale, drop your belly again. Inhale, round your back. Notice that breath. Breath to movement allows your body to lengthen and soak in. Neutral spine. Good. We're going to open those knees. So today we're working more on those hips. We're going to touch our toes together, open your knees. Now modification. If you feel this in your knees, please keep your hips up higher and you can still extend your chest. So child's pose, hips are back, arms are extended. But can everyone do that? No, that's okay. So lift your hips up, modify. All right. If you need to modify the shoulders, bend your elbows, place your hand and your hands together, and just rest your forehead right here. Now there's no pressure on your shoulders. So you choose. Maybe you do both. Go ahead, press right here. Maybe wiggle right and left. Open the hips and low back. Notice the stretch to that low back. Maybe hold your hips to the right slightly, pushing over. Can you feel that inner thigh on the left? Switch, push your hip to the right. Open that inner thigh on the right. Back to center. Take a slow deep breath. Beautiful. Now to come out of this, just take your hands, one hand and the other hand under the shoulders, and we're going to bring our knees together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a closed knee child's pose. So again, if it bothers your knees, keep your hips up, and we're going to extend and rest your belly on your thighs. Now not only is this great to stretch the back, but it helps that weight on your belly, so it's great for your digestive system. Open up the chest. Now try to press your chest towards the earth. Maybe you lift your head a little bit and then place it back down. Imagine pushing your armpits into the earth, and if it bothers your shoulders, just bend the elbows. Release that tension in the shoulders. Use your fingertips to push your hips towards your heels. Take one breath. Now as you exhale, we're going to lift ourselves up. Keep your hands where they're at. Lift yourself up. Keep your knees down for now. And hold this low plank. So our low plank right here, your knees are down. But if you choose to curl your toes and press here, work your core a little bit, shoulder blades back. So you choose. But from here, we're going to lean slightly forward. Notice how those shoulders come just over. Squeeze your biceps to your rib cage and slowly lower onto your belly. Keep your hands where they're at. Roll your shoulders back. Now we're going to press the feet into the earth and do a little cobra right here. So we're just pressing. You can have your hands a little bit further and press a little bit more. Now cobra, elbows are bent. Slowly release. Now if you want to do a Sphinx, you can come with your arms here, and I'm just showing you different options. Remember, this is beginner yoga. So I want you to learn different postures because maybe one feels better to you. And I don't want you to do anything that doesn't feel good, right? Take a breath. So use your options to what feels good to you. Slowly release. Now we're just going to rest down. Take your left cheek and then arms at your side. Rest it right here. So notice those back muscles working. Take a breath. Lift your hands back. Now here we're in Cobra. Draw your shoulder blades. Extend that chin and chest forward. Squeeze your glutes to support your back. You could be in Sphinx here. So I'm going to press the palms. And one is not better than the other. They're both awesome. They do a little bit different. But if it bothers your back to be up, slowly release it. Take it down. Right cheek. Rest. Take a second. Feel your body just relaxing down into the earth. You can use this time to reset. If you need longer to rest, please take it. We're going to do one more. I'm going to show you an option. Right here into our Cobra, roll the shoulders, squeeze your glutes. Now, if you would like, take your hands. So you're going to start with your hands a little bit under your shoulders here. Roll your shoulders. Now, if you'd like, squeeze your butt cheeks. And we're going to lift up, press, and open up. Now, this is an up dog. Notice the legs are off the earth. It's a little more advanced. Slowly release. Now keep it here. Take a breath. Push yourself using the abs like into that half plank, and then all the way back into that close leg child's pose. Take a breath. So we've already done this one, right? Inhale, shift your weight back. Curl your toes. We're going to go into a downward dog here. So our first downward dog, pedal your heels. Open those fingertips nice and wide. And if you'd like, look at your fingertips for a second. Make sure they're pointing forward. And then go ahead, look back over at your shins. Now we're pedaling the heels, feeling the stretch to the back of the knees, all the way down the calves. Hold both heels down, and imagine your body like a triangle to the earth. So you're going to point your tailbone up, shift your weight back. Your knees can be bent. It's okay if you're a little crooked on your triangle, right? You don't have to have straight lines. Take a breath. One more. Inhale. If this is too much, you would go into a child's pose. Look at your hands just slightly forward and walk your feet, tiny little steps, to the front of your mat and hold it here. Relax your arms. Shake them out. Soften your knees. Little ragdoll. Here's where those blocks come in handy. We're going to do a little sun salutation. So if you have a hard time reaching the ground, just place your hands right here on your blocks. Push your tailbone up. All right, so if you're a little tight through those hamstrings, you could be right here, soften your knees a little bit, and just let yourself be. Notice the circulation through your heart and your brain. So it's not just about flexibility. Inhale, we're gonna halfway lift. So take your fingertips onto your shins, push your tailbone back and your chest forward. And we're gonna even press our shoulder blades into our hips. Feel that stretch right through those glutes. Slowly release down. We're gonna dive up. So kind of contradictory, right? But we're gonna take our arms and dive up. So think of it as a hinge. Reach up, arms up. And then slowly hands in heart center. So we're gonna do a little Sun Salutation A. You can keep your blocks right there. Take a breath. We're gonna walk through this. Inhale, reach up nice and tall. We're gonna do a mini back bend. So just bend the elbows slightly. Open your heart, shine your heart super bright to the sky. Inhale, reach up tall. And then exhale, take it to your forward fold. Soften the knees. You can always use your hands if you need to. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Place your hands on the earth. Walk your feet back to that plank, and you can go right into the knees down. Take a breath. All right, so from here, slowly, you can have your knees down, slowly come down, and then up into that Cobra. So we learned all of these movements. Exhale, take it down. Shift your weight back into your child's pose, which we're adding in, lift up, downward dog. So we're making this a little bit easier through our transitions. Less core, more flexibility and strength. Look at your hands, walk your feet to the front. Now that is your Sun A. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Arms behind you. This is the base of our yoga. Open up. So you'll see Sun A a lot. We're adding a little bit of a child's pose in there. That's okay. And we're going to do that 3 more times. So let's just walk through it. Forward fold. Inhale, reset, halfway lift. Push that chin and chest. We're going to go nice and slow. Hands down on the earth. Walk your feet back consciously. Now, if you already know what you're doing and you want to go a little quicker, you can drop your knees or strength. Chaturanga. So when you hear chaturanga, it's down and then up dog or cobra. So I'm doing a cobra. My legs are down. My elbows are bent. Take a breath. Shift back into your child's pose. Curl the toes. Downward dog. So you shouldn't have to move those arms and legs much from one to the other. And then walk your hands back to front. Now I want you to focus on your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale down. Each movement, transition is the inhale. Exhale to extend. Inhale, little mini back bend. We're going to do that 2 more times. We are almost done. Exhale, you should feel absolutely amazing. Slowly come down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Take it back to your plank. Chaturanga. Now, if you want to skip your chaturanga, we also call this a vinyasa flow. So if you're doing yoga and someone says, do your flow, everything is really a flow. A flow is just moving from one thing to the next. But when they say, do your flow, that's usually the chaturanga part. Go ahead and walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Can you feel the difference from the first time you did this to now? 1, your mind knows what you're doing. 2, your body's nice and warm and you could go a little bit more through it slowly into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it down. Walk your feet back to that plank again. Remember, you know your modifications. Chaturanga. All right, or go into your flow. Exhale, doing a child's pose today. Inhale, lift up, curl the toes, downward dog, shift your weight back. Inhale, lift your hands, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, hold your forward fold for me. Bend your knees. Let's grab that elbows, really get into that low back, and rest your belly on your thighs. Now, if you want, toe heel your feet out, wider than your hips, and let your belly fall through your thighs. Hold it here. So if you need a moment, a little time out, this is a great way to reset, really stretch out that spine. Relax the arms. Ragdoll yourself back into a standing position. Bring those feet underneath the hips. Inhale, reach up. We're going to do a little mini back bend here 1 more time. Press your hips forward. Squeeze the glute support. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands in heart center. Take a second. Now, generally, we do our intention for our practice at the beginning. But since we're almost done here, I want you to use that intention for the rest of your day. So in just a moment, we're going to be walking off our mat, and I want you to take this energy, this intention, this power off your mat to the rest of your day. So an intention can be a word, a phrase, a moment, a plan. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, open your heart. Inhale, reach up, hands and heart center. Take it through to that forward fold again. Hold here, take a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going halfway through that Sun A. Take it down, walk your feet back. Now if you choose, you can do one more flow. Lift up, maybe you want to try out that downward dog. We're going to drop the knees, shift back. Hold it in your child's pose, knees together. Rest the hairline on your mat. Take your arms, bring them behind you. Now you can either rest them on the ground and let your shoulders round over your back, or take your arms and bring them on your back. Now my shoulders are really tight, so I kind of touch my fingertips. Some people can grab their elbows. I don't have that luxury. So again, all the modifications that you need to make sure that you are listening to your body and allowing it to grow, not hurt, right? We're here to make it feel better. So if you're feeling this in your neck, come in a little bit closer, tuck your chin in. You don't want to feel pressure in our neck. Have your arms wherever you like. Settle in for one more second. And then use those hands underneath your shoulders as you lift up. And we're just going to swing so you can roll over onto one side. I'm going to go my left. Swing your leg around. And take a breath. All right, slowly take it down. We're going to just hug the knees. We're going to do the chest, rock back and forth. Take a breath. Hope you feel absolutely amazing. Today we learned our child's pose. We're not quite done yet, but just enough. We learned our child's pose. We went over Cobra, Sphinx, up dog, whichever one you like best, or maybe start with one once your back gets warmer and your blood flow. Take those arms out to a T. Let's take those knees to the right. Gently looking over your left. Take a breath. One more slow breath. Feel like you're wringing out that spine, releasing the toxins in all of your organs, allowing that body to recover. Slowly from the center to the other side. Take your time. Looking over your shoulder. And if your right shoulder or your opposite shoulder doesn't touch, that's okay. But you can always adjust where your hips are, depending on the flexibility of your spine and your shoulders and chest. So we're opening up the chest too. This isn't just about the hips and the back. This is about opening up your chest and heart. Settling in. Take those breaths. And then gently into the center. So we hold a lot of our tension in those joints, those big space areas, hips, shoulders, right? So take the time. If you feel any emotions coming up during your practice, it's completely normal, right? So just let it happen. That's your body releasing it out. Hold it right here. Take a breath. And we're going to drop our feet, touch your toes together. Open your knees. This is a butterfly position, but we're laying on our back. And take your hands and just push your legs away from you. Feel that traction through the spine. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Relax your jaw. So any tension in your face, just let it go. Bring those knees to center. Extend your legs all the way out. Imagine like you're trying to take that heel away from your hip, and then same thing on the other side. Now if you'd like, you can have your legs a little wider, arms up. Same thing. Let's really stand our fingertips away from our shoulders and open up. Now I'm kind of in like this big star position. Open your body up to be vulnerable. Take chances. Slowly release your arms back to the side. I'm going to bring my legs a little closer together. And laying nice and still right here in our Savasana. This is where we create our stillness and allow the body to relax and heal. So we're consciously recovering. Body is awake, yet still. And that allows our body to recover, to heal, connect our mind to our nervous system to our muscles and our other organs. So yoga is not just about flexibility, right? It's the science of our body. And in our mind, it's about being present and connecting the two together. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. Let's take one deep breath. Exhale, release anything that isn't serving you. And if you're more new to yoga, what does that mean? Just whatever you're holding in, whatever tension, stress, anxiety, anything, just let it go. And then rolling over onto one side, we'll use that bottom arm as a little pillow. Take your top arm, we're going to use this as our anchor, as our guide, as our connector. Just hold right here. Feel the curvature of your spine, feel the curvature of your waist, your head relaxing on that bicep feels really good. And again, you're welcome to stay here as well. Now we're going to use that hand to push yourself into a seated position. Please know that I am here for questions. If this is completely new to you, I challenge you, I open my mind to you to please take some time. Don't beat yourself up. Everybody is different. And it takes some time to really allow yourself to release and understand all the glories of this practice. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me. The light in me honors the light in you. It just means that I appreciate my space into your space. I appreciate your space in my space. Namaste. Hi, if you like this video, click the link below or in the pinned comments and we'll send you 2 members-only videos, 1 stretch class and 1 HIIT cardio yoga class that will make you feel strong, confident, and ready to take on the world. So just click that link, put your name, your email, and you'll get full access to both classes. Now, if you like our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, click that bell, comment, and like all our classes that you've been taking so we can keep giving you more. We look forward to seeing you in our next Sweat Fit Fam class. Have a great day.